Well, welcome everybody. If you don't know me, but I think all of you do right now, I'm sure other people will mosey on in later because not everybody's on time to the party. But my name is Meiko. I am known as Moonlight on IG and FB. I do tarot. I do herbology. I also work on tea leaf reading and spell work. I am in Brooklyn, New York, and you know, I am also a restaurant manager by day and do all the rest of the stuff with the rest of my time. I don't know how I squeezed it all in, but I do, and I'm really excited about it. I have had the support of a wonderful magical and tarot community, and that's why everybody that is invited to this today, I am so happy that you're here. So I know everybody has an anticipation for this deck because we've been chit-chatting about it individually on the side. And I know it's a long undertaking. Some people understand that more than others, especially the beautiful lady at the right, Miss Juliana Rose, who created her own deck, the 420, that it takes a lot of drawing, a lot of artistry, a lot of time, a lot of sacrifice. I am happy that I don't have to do it alone, that I have an amazing illustrator that agreed to work with me. That was an uphill process in and of itself, finding someone to do that, but I feel like it was an uphill process because that the universe wanted me to have the right person do it. And they didn't want me to just settle on anyone. They wanted me to connect with that right person. So they made it difficult so that I would not choose wrongly. And I feel very blessed to have her. Her name is Janelis, and you know her as Germs on Instagram and Facebook. She might be following probably all of you at this point in time, but she has such a positive attitude and vibe, so caring and loving, and she's so talented. And I'm really happy and blessed to getting to know her. And she really took this seriously because she wasn't involved in the magical community really at all at first. She just knew it, you know, knowing like family members and other people, but she wasn't involved with it herself. But she has taken the time out to learn it as she's going along. To make that sacrifice and dedication to learn it as she goes so that she can have more insight and really put 100% into this artwork that you're going to see today.
Oh,
I'm so happy.
I know.
My sister, no idea. If I see me wiping my eyes, it's because that's my baby sister. Yeah, you're talking about there.
And I didn't even know that that was her sister at first. It's so funny because I was looking for someone, and when I was looking for someone, I was like, okay, I talked to all these different people, and at first I was getting a lot of attitudes from people. People were not very friendly about it. And then the few that did respond were being very unfair on negotiating terms. So I was like, am I doing the right thing at first? And am I biting off more than I can chew? Like, is this really meant for me? So one day, I like to review who's liking my stuff and, you know, go and support their page and, you know, see what they're all about. So I had seen you Germs had liked a lot of my posts, so I said, let me go see what she's all about and try to like her stuff too, so that it's reciprocal. So then I come to find out that she is an illustrator, and I was like, oh wow, this is really great work here. It's so different, so vibrant, so fresh. So then I send her a message, and I'm like, hey, would you be willing to have a discussion and talk about, you know, working on a possible venture together? And she was very friendly about it, and she said yes. And we sat down and we talked. And I said, I didn't know that you were an illustrator this whole time. You know, I've seen you, you know, come on my lives and, you know, participate and talk. And then I've seen her on her sister's live, not knowing that was her sister, you know, chatting and supporting. And I said, well, you know, I said, I don't know if I'm, you know, biting off more than I can chew, but if you would agree to this, I will, you know, really try to be supportive and work together with you on this project and this venture. And then she said yes, and then I was like, oh my God, this is so amazing. And I was like, I have to thank Irelis, who's there in the top right corner. I said, thank her for, you know, kind of introducing me to her through her, you know, her IG friends. And then she was like, well, that's my sister. And I was like, what? That's your sister. So it's crazy, but I love it, and I'm so happy about it. But all right, so I am going to start sharing. Okay. All right, so first I'm going to start with this. Can everybody see what I'm sharing or no?
Yeah.
Yes. Good. Excellent.
Ooh.
So we already went through pretty much introduction, so I'm going to skip ahead to the first card. Okay. So the first card, of course, the Fool card. And when she created this card, I was really drawn to this deck a lot. Like I was just like, this is going to be something special. When I seen this first card, I was like, this is amazing. This is going to be something that nobody's going to forget. Not only did she create like texture with the background and the vibrant colors, you know, the hair types, you know, the down to the dress being very vibrant and city-like. So it really gave that urban vibe, and that's what I wanted. And we kind of threw around ideas with what to name this deck, and City Goddesses just kind of stuck with us. And you will see the city vibe as we go along. So seeing the city buildings and just the way it just gives you that city vibe. It could be, you could be in any city like Chicago, you could be in Atlanta, wherever, but it always has that kind of vibe, that very vibrant and lively vibe. And I really love that she captured this, even in just the first card. Even if I was just to have this one piece, I would be so happy. And I'm ecstatic to have 70 individual items that are going to be unique, just like I'm
we're getting a little feedback. We're getting a little feedback, Moonlight. So if you guys, can y'all mute yourselves? Make sure you mute your mic, please. If you don't know how to do that, it's a little microphone at the bottom of your screen. Just hit the mic and it'll mute you, but you'll still be able to see and hear.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem, sis.
And then second, you have the Magician. And it is just so New York. I just see like that whole being around brownstone, like row houses, the city trees and the sidewalk, carrying your tote bag, walking, and just really embracing that lovely day walking through the city. And I love the fact that she included all types of body shapes and sizes, which makes everyone feel inclusive in the deck. So it's like you have representation of all shapes and sizes, and I really appreciate that a great deal. And it's funny, I haven't really given her a whole lot of structure. I kind of just talked about what I'm looking for and, you know, the feelings that I'm having about the deck, and she kind of just ran with it, and all these beautiful images came out, and there it was. I really love this card too. This will definitely look lovely on a t-shirt. There will be merch, guys, so if you did want a t-shirt, this could definitely be on a t-shirt for you guys. I really love that one.
Yay!
The next one is the High Priestess, and she likened this image after me, an older, more mature version of me, and it has my my eyeglass chain, my glasses, and it really is kind of how I envision my future, you know, including more of what I do on a spiritual side into business and taking it forward. So it's really crazy how she kind of captured the vision of where I see myself and really brought it to life in this this picture. I really love it.
Yay! Great.
Yeah.
Is that you, Janelis?
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out this. I don't know how to get the cam back on. I was here for like a second and then it's just gone again. So this is my voice. And yeah, I draw those things.
So
You have to, I think you have to hit the little camera, so it's a green button over the camera. Do you see where the camera icon is?
yeah, if you tap your screen, there should be little buttons at the bottom.
There's like no icon for me. I just see the microphone and the little head of people.
You might have called in with your phone, and you have to connect over data or Wi-Fi. So
Okay, I will try again. I'll be right back.
no problem, darling. Moving on to the next card, we have the Empress. So this one is imaged after our beautiful Empress Cakes, who has been such a motivation in my life, has supported me so much, and I'm really thankful to her support and her love, just keeping me strong. And I wanted something that would have the magical community remember her by, because she is super talented. I remember the first time when I met her, she had asked me if I wanted a free reading in my inbox, and you know, that was the first time anybody had ever asked that before to me. And I said, okay. I was just like kind of sitting there, and you know, I had wanted a reading, but I just hadn't booked with anyone. And the reading was so accurate. I was just like overwhelmed. I was like, wow. And I don't even know her. Like, how is she like reading this energy from me? And it's not like we're looking at each other. It's just like her divination skills, you know, laying out those cards. And I knew from then we were going to be connected forever, and we have this. So I am really happy to honor her in this way.
I don't want to talk because I want my face in the camera. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm so honored, guys. Like, I just want to say, like, you have been so supportive, and to just watch you on this journey and watch this deck come to surface the way that it is. It's just, I'm so proud. Like, you are so important to me, and we've already had this talk. So anyway, but yes, thank you so much. I'm just so honored, so honored.
No problem, sir. So our next card is Empress.
I'm here now.
The Emperor is just super gorgeous, super in control, just so powerful and striking. The energy it emits, it really makes you feel like I'm ready to take on the world. I'm ready to come unfiltered, strong, bold, and I really love that energy came through in this design. Every woman deserves to have that energy come across, and I feel like this really captured that a lot.
And I say, I love that little ankh in the bookcase. That killed me. That little detail right there is so damn perfect. I fucking love that.
It really is.
Yay.
I know you're so shy, Janelis, but don't be so shy. This is your beautiful artwork. Like, really, you brought these things to life, and there are gonna be generations of people to come to readings that are going to feel that energy, that connection to this deck, and you should feel proud of that.
Yay. I am.
The next card is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is based on Tarot Blessings 101, that you may know her on IG. And why I picked the Hierophant for her is because she's always that one that is there to kind of structure us and keep us organized, keep us in line, in check. She's very knowledgeable, but very down to earth. She's really been a true guide to me, and especially Empress Cakes, for quite some time, and we both really appreciate who she's been to our life. And this is very much her. Like, she's very comfortable. She just lays it down, very simple but effective on you. And she will give you that scolding you need sometimes right there from the bed, like, and let you know, like, hey, you don't play that. You have a bigger destiny. You need to follow that. You know, stop being so stubborn. Stop, fighting against it. So that's why I picked the Hierophant for her. The next card we have is the Lover's card. This is Janelis and her husband looking over the city sunset, which I thought was really cute.
We've been there for like 15 years, so I was like, yeah, we're going to be the Lover's card.
And I feel like what's different about this card in comparison to other cards is that you got the back of them, which means that they are protecting their love. To me, that's what it emits to me. They protect their love, they protect their energy, and their love is higher than any other purpose in their lives. That's important to them. And I like that symbolism in the card.
That's beautiful.
And can I say the coloring of the Lover's card is so, you know, reminiscent of a traditional Rider-Waite-Smith, with the angel coming from above with the strong purples and bright like oranges in the sun. It just reflects that city skyline so well. I'm loving. I don't know where you came from, lady, but like your cues are on point. Like there's just these little things that are just so true to a Rider-Waite-Smith. But like I love this. I'm gonna say I love this so many times tonight. I'm sorry.
I did use that card deck as the inspiration for this deck. So that's why there's like little hints of the original card deck, the writer, right? Yeah, that's what I tried to do for the whole deck in general. I'm doing little hints of like, hey, you guys know that card? So yeah.
So next we have the Chariot. So the Chariot is a train. So that's definitely different than any other Chariot cards you have seen, which definitely gives that city vibe again. A lot of major cities have trains in them, and it really does kind of take you where you need to go. And it brings people together, and it takes you to your purpose. I know we don't always look at it like that, and it's an everyday thing that we do, especially here in the city. Maybe some of you that are in Chicago, a couple other places, and it really does, like, you kind of enter in this thing and you kind of embrace all these energies. You're around all these different energies, and you're learning new things, you're experiencing new things, and you're taking this trip and, you know, enriching your life in some way, shape, or form with each and every trip that you take. So that's how I see the Chariot card. And I definitely love the colors in this. I know that there are there's a color theme, but still there are variances to each card that make it unique. Next, we have the Strength card. And the Strength card is based on my my very best friend, Gloria Rivera. She has been my friend for years, and she always has my back. And I see her as this strong woman that can just take charge of any situation, that has the strength to withstand and endure anything. She's a mother. She's strong. You know, Puerto Rican from Brooklyn, you know, they can handle anything. And I feel like she always, you know, when I break down, she's like, nah, you're gonna make it. And if you can't make it, let me know, because I'm about to saddle up and pull everybody together, and we're going to take care of any enemies that come your way. And that's the kind of energy, but yet still calm and peaceful, because she still has that nurturing mother vibe about her too, that's loving and caring, And that balance is why I put her for the Strength card. The next card we have is the Hermit card. So it's night, clearly in this card, which tends to have less people around you in comparison to the day. So it gives you the ability to kind of move undetected. Also, I had Janelis add the last touch, which was the glasses. So, you know, glasses, even though they help us see, they are also a barrier between the world and us. And I just felt like that that touch kind of resonated, that feeling. Also, this, as you can see, has a little bit more darker tones, the darker shirt, and just kind of still, you know, it's still vibrant, but yet like kind of recluse at the same time, which is how we all are at some times. We can't always be on. We can't always be, you know, fun and light. Sometimes it's, you know, we're here, but we also have a barrier, and we have to protect our boundaries. And that's what I see with the vision of this card.
I really like that she used the cell phone as kind of like the lantern aspect from the Hermit card, because I feel like with it being like the city goddesses, you know, that's what we all have. We have our phone in our hand, and I like how you explained the use of the glasses between like between that and looking at the phone. So I really am resonating with this version of the Hermit card. I really love it.
Great. That makes me very happy.
Yes, since I was reading about the Hermit card, Hermit crab, like the card just kind of seemed like someone who would just be overall a chill in their own zone. So I wanted to make sure that it represents that. So overall, her whole look is very individualized, you know, painted pants, different color shoes, things that people normally wouldn't do. And I made her skateboarding, but before then I was going to make her roller skating, but I figured skateboarding is more like a vibing kind of thing in the community. Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Okay, cool. The next card is the Wheel of Fortune. So if anybody knows anything about New York, we do have our Astro Land, where we have our huge Wonder Wheel. It is a city landmark, and it's a big part of our childhood. There's a lot of wonder and amazement that you have when you look up to it, when you're about to board it. And it really kind of does represent that, you know, that sense of excitement and possibility that you have. And I really kind of like that. Also, if you notice, each and every basket in which people can enter is a different color. To me, kind of symbolizes all the options and choices that we have to take one path or another. So I really did like that detail. Also, the different colors in the background in the sky, it to me kind of denoted the possibilities always shifting based on choice. So I really like that. And also with the city, like in the front, it shows how even in your everyday where you can you could be in your everyday mode, there's still magic all around us. There's still wonder. There's still opportunities for something extraordinary to happen, even in your everyday setting. So that's what I pulled from looking at this card. The next card I have is the Justice card. And that card is our beautiful Fix My Life podcast, okay? So I'm sure you can see the wonderful resemblance to her. And I really wanted to show this beautiful, bold woman that's willing to take charge and, you know, kind of, you know, no prisoners. We're going to really be just, be fair, and pull and take life by the horns. That's the kind of energy that she always gives, and I really wanted that bold eye contact, and you know, just that you know, the way that she firmly grips that card. It's like, look, I'm coming to you with this solution. Do you accept it? And I love it. And then the inclusion of the sword still there. So the sword is still there to let you know that she's willing to take on the good fight and keep things fair and just. So, and then you see behind her, there's the scales there on her altar behind her. And that shows the balance between the physical and the spiritual world. I really love that. I hope everyone resonates with that and connects with it. And I hope that she's excited about the card.
You know, when you sent me this, I had no idea that you were even planning this or even doing this, and this literally made me cry. It was like such a sign from like all my ancestors, everybody, like the whole universe, like, here you go. And I was like, what do you mean? I just started doing this shit, you know, but everything about this card, I fucking love. I love it so much. And it's just so humbling. It's really just so humbling. Thank you. That's all I can really say. And thank you for putting my little Virgencita back there. That was just, yeah.
That's all Janelis. She, not only did she start studying about the tarot, but she actually followed each and every one of you who she made depictions of and really started looking at your content to try to really get a vibe for who you represent, and really wanted to bring that to the card.
Yeah, and your eyebrow just.
She has perfect eyebrows, man. I got eyebrow envy.
Wanted to make sure I got that arch. So yeah, I stalked all your Instagrams to see what
yeah, that eyebrow does have a mind of its own. I think it's the real reason I'll never get Botox.
As you shouldn't. You look gorgeous.
Thank you so much. And I mean, I just want to throw money at you right now. I just want to buy this whole thing right now. I want to like share it with everybody. I want to start reading with it. I'm so excited. Thank you.
Yay!
All right, so moving on to our next card is the Hanged Man. I really love this. This was actually my mother's favorite card out of the deck. This ballerina upside down. Yeah, she really loved this card. And I see she included the hair under the arms, and it's like being really free. I feel like it's like, who cares what anybody thinks of you? You have to be who you are. And yeah, like don't let life box you in. And we're only boxed in our own prisons of our own making. So I really do love, and this definitely, more than a lot of the cards, definitely has that New Year's vibe. To me, this looks like right when you're entering Central Park. Yeah, it has that look right there. There's like an entrance to the park from 96th Street, and it has like that kind of corner where you can see Riverside Drive. Kind of looks like this. I like that vibe.
Yeah, that was what I was going for. I wanted it. I was thinking of Central Park and just kind of like, oh, there's like a guy who does the garbage, where he'll take the garbage and he'll put a whole giant bouquet. It's like a performance art kind of thing.
Okay.
And he does it in the city, and that's kind of where I got the inspo for it. And then the whole, like, her being a ballerina, because a lot of the hangman cards I was looking at as reference, they said that they're always, like, tied up in some way. So I figured the ballerina shoe was, like, a good callback to that type of card, you know? And then, like, hairy armpits is just fun and free. So yeah, that's kind of my mindset with that.
Cool. Our next card up is Death. So in comparison to a lot of other Death cards, there's something very that speaks to you about this as a woman. This kind of makes you feel like when you are holding on to something that you're not ready to let go, and you know you need to, your spirit's been prompting you to, and you're kind of sitting at home by yourself, and you're thinking and overthinking, and you're kind of sitting in this kind of depressive state. But as you could see, the colors of the card start transitioning towards the light. So if she would only get over what she already knows she needs to let go, there is a better future on the other side of that. And that really resonated a lot with me. I think we all as women get in that place where we feel that way. And we rotate back and forth in this very spot. And I know as tarot readers and diviners, we have been, encouraging people to embrace the death card as not a literal death, but ending and a rebirth. And I feel like this card really shows that better than any death card that I've seen before.
Yes, I really wanted to incorporate Scorpio and like goth aesthetics. So that's why one side is like winter and she's very goth. And she's just kind of chilling, kind of sad. But I didn't want to make her like crying or too depressed, because the death card is like a transformation, which is why the other side is the direct kind of. There's also a light change, because I made this card split down the middle, that one of the tones on the left is blue, while the tones on the right are red. So like that was like the first time I did that, and I was like, yeah. Oh yeah.
The next card we have is the Temperance card. This is so creative. having the Temperance be something that resonates with all of us, being in our home environment. And why this spoke to me, this is us. This is us. This is us as women. You know, we are everyday goddesses, you know, walking this mortal coil, making things happen right from where we are. You know, we're not on a lofty cloud somewhere. We're in the thick of things and we're making things happen. We're being magical right from where we are. And this right here kind of shows that energy, that vibe. You know, you can have magic even in the midst of something as, you know, regular as making a meal, preparing a meal. She stopped to have that moment. And we, each and every day, are like that. We have that moment where we do something magical. We change the trajectory of our lives, someone else's life, you know, by doing a spell, doing a reading, helping the sick, feeding the homeless, you know, giving a reference to someone on a job. The different things, little things that you think are innocuous, that don't mean much to you, can be a spark for someone else. You don't know. With the small acts of kindness, changing the balance from one thing to another can really shift someone's life and the trajectory of their life just on a day-to-day basis. And that's the kind of vibe that I pulled from this card. The next card I have is the Devil card. And this card is really special to me because me and Janelis spent a good deal of time talking back and forth on the details on this card. I wanted this card to be different than anything than I've seen in any previous deck. It has homage to your Devil card that you've seen, but it is more girly, more femme power, and first let's start off with the gorgeous female devil in the middle with her bustier, okay, and just taking charge and being in charge. And she's holding these chains, which are connected to the necks of the two ladies, but then the other set of chains are connected to the phone. So what I wanted to show in this card was the power of social media and how it can make or break for some people, change and enslave by people's own enslavement to it. You can control how much power it has over you, and whether it has power over you or you have power over it. And I really wanted to show how, you know, people letting social media have power over them has emotionally and spiritually enslaved them of their own making. So that's what I brought through with the help of Janelis through this image of the Devil card. I hope you enjoy this card and where I went with this vision.
I love it. I love the fact that it has like live. Because, you know, a lot of people do a lot of stupid things when they get on live. You know, I love that. I thought that was so cool. I just think this is a really very, very detailed. It's just genius. It's just, I love it. I think this is probably going to be my favorite one right here.
Me too. So I really love it. Anybody else have any thoughts that they want to share on the
I know for me, I just love seeing this version of the Devil card while it still has those small aspects of what we're used to seeing in the Rider-Waite version. It's just something so badass about it. And I'm like, yeah, bitch, go to your knees and succumb to this. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'm a little extra, so don't mind me. But I love the whole vibe and energy of the card. And I'm just getting more and more amped up. Like, I'm like, why isn't this deck coming out tomorrow? Like, I'm so ready to get this in my hands and read with it. So that's
all right. When is it ready?
Not yet, guys. Right now we are on the.
We don't even need to see the rest of it. Just give it to us now. We're on board.
Sold. I'm sold.
But you know, I really didn't know exactly how long it may take for this deck. But I do envision it being done before the end of this year. So people being able to physically have, especially for like the first pre-orders, being printed out before the end of the year. But of course, I'll be keeping you guys posted on updates and whatnot. I'm surprised how fast the major Arcana went. She was able to do this major Arcana in 2 months' time. So, you know, to hand draw and create all these cards in 2 months is really amazing. I'm floored on it.
I like drawing.
I definitely know that for sure. That's like her happy place.
But I'm trying to work as fast as I can, everyone.
They're just in love with your design so much.
Thank you.
You're doing an amazing job. Like, I mean, with every single card that we've seen, I mean, we're not even all the way through the major Arcana yet, but you're right. There's something about them that just makes them, each one so different than what we're traditionally seeing in other tarot cards. I love the color schemes and the fact that you took so much time and intention with creating the card, because I know that you're not a tarot reader, so the fact that you're diving in there like this and you're creating these masterpieces, like, oh, so people are going to get some good readings, people. There's going to be some good hardcore readings happening with these cards, okay?
Right? I think I'm going to put this one on my wall. Like,
right. And can I
seriously,
say, like, the artwork in particular, because I know that making sure we have good representation in our cards and have art that is really true to the communities we're living in. And what I love about this, and Juliana's 420, is that this kind of inclusivity doesn't feel forced. Like, this feels like, because there's some decks, it's like, God bless them, I know what they were going after, but I'm not buying it. This, on the other hand, this feels like my neighborhood. This feels like my community. I know this bitch in the middle right here. You know, it's that kind of feeling, and I like it.
Oh, man. For real. I totally get what you're saying on that one. So moving on to our next card, we have the Tower. So it is a concrete building with bricks. If we live in the city, you know, especially in the hood, you know, the only way you're going to be looking out at the city is if you go on the roof. So, you know, we don't have like terraces and stuff, nothing cute like that. You have your apartment and you have the rooftop, and that's how you look at the city. If you're lucky enough to have some roof access, get up there. So she's looking at, you know, pretty much everything hitting the fan below her in all sorts of ways. I like how you see the flames through the windows, and then you see that those psychedelic kind of swirls and line patterns on the first floor level. So it kind of shows you that shit kind of hit the fan in levels, and you kind of ignored it, and then you had to run up to the roof to kind of escape. But it's only a momentary escape, so you're going to have to deal with things head on, and that's kind of like what the Tower card is when you get that card pulled for you in a reading. And it was really denoted in this card, the lightning, the rain, you know, the lightning hitting the buildings. So yeah, I really love how that was all depicted on there. I think people will resonate with this version of the Tower card.
I wanted it to basically show different issues inside of the building, and on top of it as well, because normally the tower card is like, it's a center shot and like people are like falling down and there's fire and all this stuff, but I didn't want to make it too similar, because originally I was going to put like a Tower of Terror ride, you know, like the drop. But I felt like it didn't go with the city theme too much, so I made it more of like a projects building dealing with like drama and like exactly that, like you want to go to escape, which is why there is a ladder in it that's kind of highlighted with blue, so that there's like obviously an exit, but still there's still bullshit going on, you know. And I felt like that's kind of what the tower represented, so I just went with that.
Excellent. So our next card that we have is the Star card. And this card is made after the likeness of the beautiful Irelis that is here with us today, and her gorgeous little kitty, Lilith. She's always around when we're doing something witchy. I absolutely love it. I think that this cat was destined to be in her life, and I am so excited that she was included in this card. Irelis, she is like an amazing human being. She has such a big heart, and so caring and loving and compassionate and so smart. She is really someone who wants to see you succeed and will be like, well, how can I help? And that's really who she is, and I really appreciate that about her, that genuine love and care for people. It's really amazing, and that's why we have become friends. Fun fact, I met her through her husband. Her husband was an employee, a past employee of mine, and I knew him for years, and one day they decide to get married, and they need an officiant. And that's when I meet Irelis. She's like this beautiful, nervous bride-to-be trying to get everything in place and just do it all by herself. And then, you know, I perform her virtual ceremony with her and her husband, and it was a beautiful ceremony. She looked absolutely gorgeous. And we just kind of became friends after that. We kind of just kept communicating with each other, and you know, didn't let it end from there, because there was something about the vibe between the both of us that felt so genuine, felt like we've known each other for years, and we just connected, and I'm very thankful for her and her friendship and her love. She's really amazing, and the star really depicts who she is. Just a bright light to a better path.
Yes, and my inspo for her whole look is, if you like anime, she's based off of Sailor Moon. So that's why her whole outfit and all that looks like that. And in video game wise, there's a game called Animal Crossing that she really likes. So the mint color is kind of that color, like the game's brand color. So that's why I added that, and she's my sister, so I just, I knew everything, so that was easy to do.
Oh my God, you guys have no idea how proud I am of the both of you for literally picking me for this amazing card, to be part of this amazing deck. Literally, I mean, this is immortalizing each and every one of us for years to come, when other people pick up this deck and they're like, oh my God, not really understanding the basis behind the cards, but just who we represent on these cards, knowing that these women, us, are the forefront of everything, you know? Like, we help move forward. We're going to show you what's going on. We're going to help you to understand, like, this is what you need to do in your life, or this is what you don't need to do in your life, or let's burn everything down because you're done, you know? As truthful as we are. And I'm so grateful. Oh my God, you have no idea how proud. I keep wiping my eyes. I can't help it. I'm so proud of both my sister and Meiko for literally starting this journey. And I can't wait to see everything else. You guys have no idea. And Tiger Lily, even though she's sleeping, she's proud too.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And you're very much right about that. Not only is it immortalizing you guys because you deserve to be, because you're amazing, talented women that deserve to have your names remembered, but also the fact that you will have connection to a divination tool. You know, for many years we didn't have that connection. We didn't have that connection. You know, we used other forms of divination that we had available to us, but the print, to have us in print, to have our words in print, our intentions in print, was not possible. And now it is, and having that connection to it, and having people who are of different ethnicities shine through and have those representations there, and for everyone to have an opportunity to see themselves in a card. It's really special to me. I'm so blessed by it. I'm so thankful for this project. I know. I'm trying not to cry too. I'm just like...
Aww, guys.
I can't help it. I'm sorry. I just can't help it. I've always been this way.
And I love you for it. So the next card we have is the Moon card. And I thought that this was such a cute take on the moon. It has those traditional elements, but there's just something so much more magical about this because it's so relatable. You know, walking your little huskies through the park, you know, just having that experience in the nighttime, being carefree, being shined down on by the moon, and having that celestial experience. I really do love that, especially like when I come home from work early and it's that full moon and it shines down on you and there's all that potential. That's what it feels like when you see this card. So I really do love it. And I like this, you know, the red hair and the crop top. It's so city-like. You know, as you walk through the city, you see all these different outfits. Just the attention to detail, because, you know, I've seen a lot of decks where, you know, the outfits could all be the same, and, you know, I wasn't 100% specific about, you know, what I wanted and what I was looking for, but just the fact that she includes these nuances that brings this contextualization to city life and makes it alive like this is just so phenomenal, and I'm loving every moment of it. And every moment I open an email and I see the new card of the week or whatnot, I'm just more astounded each and every time.
Yeah, with this card, I really was referencing the Rider White one because it has dogs and it has the little lobster, and they mention like the moon is like it illuminates things, keeps you daydreamy, very Pisces, which is why the character in there, she has a Pisces shirt, and I also kind of gave her the color scheme of the Little Mermaid, and that's why she has like mermaid gear. And like in the background, there's like little eyes because it is nighttime, so it's kind of like spooky, and like that's kind of like what the moon represents too. It's like hidden things that you're unsure of, but it could be shined up, you know? Yeah, those are the vibes.
I get it, and I love it. Our next card is the Sun card. And this card is just so fun. So fun. This has definitely been a favorite of mine, I have to say. First of all, let's talk about body positivity. Okay, she got her little gut out, but who cares? We're going to be cute. We're going to have that little bang and these little teta covers, and we're going to have the gut out and be happy in the sun and be free. You know, who cares about, you know, you know, is she a swimsuit model? No, she don't have to be a swimsuit model, but she's happy. She's living life. And that's what we need to be. We need to be less judgmental about ourselves. You know, stop, you know, shaming every little imperfection. You know, it's there for a reason. Love it while it's there. You know, we all go through changes and situations from time to time. Love and embrace ourselves. And we're ever changing, we're ever evolving. So, you know, I just love this. And she just looks like she's having so much fun. And like the whole world and everything that's good is just like right in front of her. And she's just open to receiving that. I just really like that. And the fact that she has no shoes, so she's ready to run in the grass and just have a good time and feel nature between her toes. It's amazing. And, you know, the whole way that she used the gradient of colors to have that kind of carnival vibe, it's quite lovely. I see this being a very much of a favorite for people, especially on a t-shirt. I think a lot of people are going to gravitate towards this.
Yeah, I looked up the Rider-Waite card, and that one has like a little kid that's naked on a horse, which is why she's like like, I didn't want to have her fully nude. I wanted it to still have a playful vibe because the sun is like illuminating, happy and happy, joy. So I wanted to kind of emphasize that. So like her pasties are kind of like sunflowers. She's surrounded by sunflowers and all the rainbow and colors. I just really wanted it to be a very happy, bright card with no like there's no hidden stuff. It's just good, happy rewards and stuff compared to the moon card, which is slightly like the colors are more muted. It's still really bright, you know? Yeah.
I definitely get that vibe. You did a great job making that come across. Next card we have is Judgment. And there is so much happening here. Okay. You have, you know what's so interesting about this Judgment card? There's so many things going on in this card, okay? So I'm going to move your thing over here so you can see a little bit. So you have this kind of club vibe here at the bottom, which, you know, if you go to the club, it's kind of judgy. It's kind of pretentious. It's kind of like a popularity contest. And everybody's putting on a front. Everybody's judging themselves, you know, against other people. Then you have these people over here kind of feeling free and feeling happy. They're just going with the wave. They're not even caring. They're not zooming in or being aware of their situation around them. Then you have the DJ, and the DJ being an angel, okay, which is so dope. And so she's like here bringing vibes, bringing happiness, but she's only bringing happiness to those that are willing to receive it. There are others that are over here that are still not willing to receive their happiness and not open to change and not open to seeing a different perspective on life. So they are having a different experience even though they're in the same situation. And I really like that contrast in the picture. Then if you look at the details here, you have the crosses here. And to me, that kind of symbolized Christianity to me. And to me, it symbolized what would you do if you just went along with everything as you heard it, or do you see it and judge everything? Like, which one will bring you your version of that happiness? And I think it's having a balance of both. It's having a balance of being free to receive happiness, but to also question things that make you feel like you aren't being enlightened or challenged. So that's the balancing point between those two things, and learning that brings you to your point of elevation. And that's kind of like what I see with this image. And I really love it. The colors, oh my God. When I told her I love pink and purple, I had no idea how spectacular these colors would come out on these cards. This is beyond my wildest imagination of what I thought the colors were going to come out like and how they were going to translate. It's just so rich, and I love it.
When I looked at the Judgment card, it was like the interpretation I read was like it's an angel that resurrects people. So that's kind of why she's a DJ, and one side of her, why her headphone is down on one side, and then the other one she's pointing upwards. Because I was trying to translate like exactly that, someone who would receive something. So it's like the people are judgy and kind of annoyed at the bottom, but the people on the other side are happy. So it's just like a simple transition from being black to being happy. And that's what the DJ is also doing as well. And yeah, those are definitely crosses, because in the original Rider Work, I can't say that one. The original card, they have cross flags that are like red and white. So I wanted to incorporate it, but I just kind of didn't want it to come off as like a Christian rave or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I get you. It makes perfect sense.
I'll be honest with you, like for me, the Judgment card when I first started learning tarot was just like one of those cards that just baffled me. And like if I would have saw this card then, I'd have been like, oh, I got this. This is down. And the reason I say that because when I see this card, I see the DJ. It's either you with my vibes or you not. I don't give a fuck, because that's always how I view it. You know, I don't care if you judge me, and I feel like the depiction of this card just like either you're with it or you're not. And I don't really care about it because I'm going to do me. So I love this. This is my new favorite card outside my face. My card, but, you know, just so.
Yay.
All right, so our next card is the World card. And this is a very interesting depiction of the World card. Firstly, you see all these different, like, it looks like food stands or concessions. And not only is it that, it also represents different signs and different messages. And I just love that. It's just fantastic. Like, to have that earth, air, fire, water feel, vibe to it is just so creative, and to do it in that way. And also to have that braided leaf wreath going around. And I just love it. And then she's just like so happy, so full of life, with her ribbon dance. This is just so vibrant, and I really adore it. There's so much to love about this card. Even the fact that she has like a skin pigmentation, different pigmentation on her skin, like the vitiligo, and that it has an inclusive nature and a diversity to it that nobody is going to see on any other card. So I hope that you guys really love this card. I really do. The connection I feel to it, and especially being a New Yorker, I felt the connection to this quite a bit, you know, because we really are like a melting pot here, and we have so many different cultures, and they all come together, and we work together, you know. Yeah, everybody has moments where, you know, things are challenged, but for the most part, we have a good vibe. We work together as a community, and, you know, we're happy to have all these different cultures come and vibe together. It just brings so much love and so much enrichment to our lives to have those different cultures come and, you know, bless us with their talent, their food, their tradition, their ways, and that's kind of what I felt when I saw this card.
Yeah, the inspo for this was, I think it's in Flushing, the World Fair. Yeah, so that's where I got the idea, and the original World card has a woman with just a ribbon around her, so I gave her just like ribbon dancing, and her dress is kind of like a wraparound dress, so I kind of kept that idea going, and the signs being shown there are the fixed signs, which the interpretation of the World card said that it had those, but in the form of the animals, which is why the animals are on there as well. So that's what I kind of just wanted to keep in terms with having the whole like city theme with it. So yeah.
It's beautiful. I love it. Fantastic job. So those 22 cards that we've just seen are the major arcana. Now, she's super talented and, like I said, has been working really fast. So she did also make 3 other minor arcana cards already. So I'm going to show you those since they are already ready. Okay. So the first one is the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is showing the beautiful Alicia Harris, the creator of the Strawberry Tarot, who has been such an inspiration to me and such a good friend, you know, encouraging me, giving me really great advice, and just been there for me, and we've been there for each other, and she has such a good heart, and I really wanted to show my appreciation of her place in my life. So I put her as the Queen of Pentacles in this deck. We kept the strawberry theme, and as you can see on the table, it has the Strawberry Tarot. Even the strawberry that she usually includes with her decks, it's like a little fuzzy strawberry that you can decorate yourself with. That's there. And I love how you had that pentacle made out of like the bush from the strawberry bush. So that's really special. I love that. And this whole vibe, I'm imagining that you watched maybe some of her videos or looked through some of her pics, because this whole table is definitely what her workspace looks like. So it's so creative and wonderful that you incorporated that, and I love it.
Yeah, I was stalking everyone's Instagram, you know, so I was looking at hers, and like, she has a lot of like, just that, I don't know, alchemy things. Like, she has a lot of herbs and a lot of like plants and just like this overall vibe. So that's why I also made the pentagram to be the twigs and stuff, because it just felt like, I feel like she has this in her house. Like, I don't know, but that's why her whole thing is just kind of like earthy and strawberry and stuff. I just saw her, you know, I just followed it.
And thank you. And she does. Like, she plants stuff in her garden. It uses and incorporates that into her work. You know, I've been lucky enough for her to send me fresh sage that she's grown in her garden, and lavender, and she's just been so awesome, and she is very earthy like that, and I love that comes across in this card. Our next card is the Six of Wands. And this is the beautiful Juliana Rose that's here tonight from the 420 Tarot. All of us that are here, I would say, like like most of us, we are big fans of the 420 Tarot. It's the first deck that truly captured my heart, and it's a deck that I use every day. Just along that and the Strawberry Tarot, both of those tarot decks, I use them every day, and I own like over 80 tarot decks, and out of those 80 tarot decks, those are the 2 decks that I use each and every day. And it's really incredible because of the vibe that I feel with the decks, the great connection I feel with it, the artistry of the decks. The 420 Tarot really resonated with me in a deep way. You know, as someone who partakes in the 420, it definitely resonated with me in a way that really connected on that level. And if you smoke and you pull the cards, it's a whole different vibe. It's a whole different connection. Juliana has had the wonderful opportunity of bringing that to life on her slow pulls on her show that she has during the week. And every time I see it pop up on my timeline, if I'm not hugely busy at work, I always pull it up and watch. I love it, and this really inspires you to connect with cannabis in a different way, to show you that it is an enlightening tool that you can incorporate in your life. It's not about being a reckless, useless, lazy pothead, not what people try to make it out. It is a magical medicinal herb that has been granted to us as a gift, okay? And it should be treated as such. And the awareness that she brings with the deck, her posts, and everything else, it's wonderful, and I really appreciate it. She has been such a good supporting friend to me, and always encouraging me and supporting everything that I do. I really love Juliana, and I'm thankful for her support, and I really wanted to show that by including her in this deck. And oh my God, I'm just in love with this card. This is like beyond anything I would have ever thought. Like, you know, when I said I wanted her to be included in this deck, you like literally encapsulated her energy, her vibe, her soul, her beauty in this piece right here. She's so in control, so in command of, you know, this magical tool, and you know, I just love it, and I hope Juliana loves it too.
Yeah, I do hope she loves it, because that was fun to draw. Like, I definitely was stalking her Instagram to make sure, like, I did this good and followed her brand, you know. I just really love that she smokes weed, so yay.
I mean, I feel, sorry, my camera is not working. I don't know. But I am, like, so fucking honored. I just feel, like, so seen and, like, can I be this cool? Could it be true? You know? I don't know. Like, just how that you were even able to, like, collaborate with an artist and have, like, I don't know. Create this, the two of you together. Like, it's just really, like, selfishly, I just, like, hope for a collaboration like this myself someday. Like, that you guys have created such genius. I'm so honored to be a part of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Juliana. That means the world to me, coming from you, because I look up to you and, you know, what you've done with your deck. it's an amazing deck, and I know that there's so much more to come for you. That's not the only thing for you. There is so much more to come for you, and I don't know where it will come from, but I know your talent is meant to be shared with the world in so many different ways, and I'm excited to see what will happen to you in the future, and I'm happy to be a part of it. My last card is the Queen of Cups, and this is the talented Bookie Key on Instagram. She has her Instagram, her Facebook, same name, Bookie Key. She also owns K&K Co., which is a spiritual wellness brand that creates bath and body and beauty products, like such as bath bombs and lotions and things of that nature. And she always comes with a very elegant, chill, but just down-to-earth vibe. And I felt like it was really created and comes across in this card. And this is very much how she kind of is when she does her readings. Just sits there, kind of very relaxed, and just welcomes you in. And you feel very invited, very welcomed into her space. And she's just very down to earth, and I really appreciate all of her encouragement. She has been so encouraging and always sharing everything that I do without fail. If I put up something, she always shares it. And that's the same thing with everybody who is attending right now. You have been fantastic, phenomenal about sharing things and helping the word come out on anything that I work with, and I thoroughly appreciate that more than anything. I'm just so floored by all of your support and everything that I have done and am continuing to do. It is your support, your encouragement, your love that helps me persevere and keep strong and make me want to do better and strive to be better. And I thank you so much for all of that support.
Thank you, Moonlight. I'm just can't stop smiling. I remember inboxing you, and I was like, oh my God. He was like, you can't share. I'm like, I want to share it with everybody. But
that is true.
Man, I just love it so much. Networking with you. Definitely love the artwork. She definitely captured me. I love wine, so thank you. And I love that she got my blunt and my chakra bowl and my burning bowl. It's just me to the T. Even the eyeshadow, because I be glam some days. I mean, it just looks amazing. I can't speak.
Your Instagram, you're always like really glamorous, and it's funny. I had to make sure that you drink wine, so I'm happy that you really love wine. So yeah.
I know, right? Because I was like, I'm always drinking wine or smoking, even when I do my lives, and for you to capture just that wine glass, which I do, and the glam of everything, and my crystals, and even down to the deck that I use. I mean, that is definitely attention to detail. Even the wicker chair, like that was practice. I'm removing it, so I know what it would be like just to draw a wicker chair with all those lines. Like, damn. So this was very well thought out, well planned. I absolutely love it. Thank you.
Yay!
Thank you for being awesome. And I am so happy to be able to, you know, let the world know your awesomeness through this deck. And everybody who has that card. I feel so blessed to be a part of that, and because it's not all about me, it's also about the fact that I have this opportunity to, bring more to our community, our magical community, and express it in a way that's different and really inclusive and women empowering and women forward, and I love it. I love every minute of it.
I do too. And before we go, Moonlight, I want to actually really thank her for drawing one boob bigger than the other, because that's definitely how they are in real life. I have one titty that's bigger than the other, and I just love it.
It's true. Now, to wrap things up, so pre-orders and merch. Pre-orders will be launched in September, okay? I want to wait till we're closer towards the end of the completion of the minor arcana. So I don't want to start doing pre-orders today and then, it's not printed until towards the end of the year. I want it to be closer to where you'll be receiving it in a feasible amount of time.
You had my money from the moment you said you were doing a deck. It was a done deal. I put money aside. It's waiting. It has your name. Like, what's good?
So that's the same thing. I said, I'm putting 4. I need one for me, one for a friend, another one for this other person. We going to get this deck out there, okay? Like, for real, for real. I'm definitely excited. I can't wait till she says, we're taking payment now. I'm going to be ready.
Oh, my God. I'm like, I already know. Everybody's going to have this deck. It's not even a question. Oh, you want a Christmas gift? Tarot deck. You want a Christmas gift? Tarot deck.
Oh, my God, ladies. So merch will be available in prints, T-shirts, bags, cups, and jewelry. So, as you can see, I have printed my own T-shirt. I don't know, let me step back, make sure you guys, wait, let me, well, before I show my T-shirt, because I don't think you can see me right now, right? No?
No, we can see you in the little box at the top.
Oh, you can? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the T-shirt is printed. It looks really nice. It fills up most of the shirt.
Yeah, I like that.
So
you can choose any card that you want, or is it going to be specifically the High Priestess for now?
Nope, it's going to be every single card will be available.
Ooh, yeah. I'm going to have like 6 shirts, y'all. 6 shirts.
So every single shirt will be available. And the jewelry will be in the form of necklace. So I am wearing the necklace now. It reverses on both sides. And this can be made with any of the cards as well. Okay.
That's cute.
Yeah,
that is too cute. I need 7 of those.
And then you'll have cups, like coffee cups and tumblers, and tote bags. Okay, so
I have one question for the coffee cup. Can you do the oversized coffee cups? Because I like to drink out the big coffee cups. Could you do the oversized?
I was going to say the same thing. I'm like a big ass cup. Like I
will look into that to try to make sure we get an oversized cup for you. Lovely.
Me and the Empress, we like this,
Yes, we like a big cup.
It's like, don't make me get up off my comfortable seat to go get more.
If it's not available, the tumblers will be tall, so which would be able to fit about 2 cups of coffee in there. So that might be a good option for you if we're not able to get the large size coffee cups. But I will keep you posted on those, ladies. So the first 44 copies will be set for pre-order at $44.44, and they will include a piece of merch of your choice, excluding the jewelry. So any other merch, a print, a T-shirt, bag, cup, you can include that as your piece of merch to go along with your tarot deck, and it'll be $44.44.
We're doing all types of like forms of payment, like Venmo, Cash App, credit card, PayPal.
Absolutely. It'll be every, you know how I am. So it'll be every single kind of payment available. No one will have any reason not to be able to purchase. So you will have Venmo, you will have Cash App, you will have PayPal, you will have sales through my website, sales through her website, and sales through Tarot Merchant, Amazon, and I'm still working on a couple of other places. So yeah, plenty of places to purchase. Of course, any purchase through my website would be much appreciated because I don't have to cut with any middleman. So that that's better for us, either through my website or through Janelis's website, because then that's like direct sales to us. But they will be available in other places just in case you know, they are looking for some of the more traditional places like Amazon or Tarot Merchant or other places like that. So, and then after that first 44 copies, any other pre-orders will be at $55.55, and they will not include the merch. Okay? So that's the incentive of pre-ordering, is getting that piece of merch kind of complimentary in there, and you know, the reward for the early bird.
Early bird gets the worm, they say.
Exactly.
I do have a question when it comes to the merch, especially the jewelry. When you do your pre-orders, can you also do pre-orders on additional merchandise? Like, let's say, you know, we get the merch in the deck, but then is there going to be discount prices on the merch during that time frame? Like, for example, the jewelry more specifically. Did I say jewelry already? I think I said jewelry.
Well, actually, the merch will be available earlier than the deck, of course, because we can start prints on that right away on whatever prints are available. So right now, probably within the next couple of weeks, merch will be available to print on Minor Arcana and the three major the major arcana and the three minor arcana that are finished right now. So in a couple weeks, that will be available to purchase through my website and be available for print. I will offer like a discount code for the early birds to get them kind of involved in the merch purchases. Now, what am I thinking right now? Now, the jewelry, like I said, jewelry is not included with the first set of pre-orders. The jewelry is a little bit more pricey, of course. So it will be actually the priciest item out of all the things in comparison to some of the other stuff. But yeah, you will be able to pre-order that pretty soon as well.
All right, I'm excited. I don't know about y'all, but I'm excited. I'm ready.
I'm like, thank God we getting that stimmy. It's a done deal, girl. You gonna end up
come over. Okay, I'm gonna get my jewelry and my deck and my shirt and my cup. I'm gonna get it all. This is nice. I'm excited.
Now, to be a part of the first 44, you can send me an email. The email address is right there, but it's also that link that's on my IG bio that says email, so you don't have to find a pen and paper right now. So you can just click that link that says email on my IG bio, and that'll send you to the email, and just let me know that you want to be a part of the first 44 pre-orders, and that will secure your spot. But then once it's time to pre-order, there'll be like a certain amount of time, and after that time period is up, you will lose your spot if you do not pay for that spot when we're ready to place the full shipment order.
Can you do it early?
Yes, you can do it early.
So, like, if I got 44 right now, go ahead and get that to
yes,
you.
You can do it early. You just can't do it late. So, so once we're ready to place the order for that shipment, it's a done deal. And then I'm gonna offer that spot to someone else to be a part of that wants to purchase it right then and right now. And so anybody who's a part of this first thing has first dibs. But if you don't pay by the time I say the time period is over, I will offer that up. I'll do an IG live and I'll be like, hey, anybody who wants to purchase a part of the pre-order, you have 24 hours to place your payment, and you have now lost your spot if you have not placed that payment within that time. So that's how I'm working that. You will have a good amount of time to get it together, so it's not going to be something extremely abrupt. So if you don't get it in time, I do apologize about that, but yeah.
I'm like, when's my next payday? When that stimmy check's supposed to come in, Irel? Is this what they say? Did they say a date yet?
Girl, let me
I think they said they start cutting checks next week.
Yeah. They said the checks are going out by next week. A majority of us should be getting that little stimmy within the next 3 to 4 weeks. So we
Yes.
I'm ready for my stimmy, man.
Ready for my stimmy. Stimmy gonna buy me a new deck. I'm like, no, I'm gonna use it responsibly. I mean, that's what I meant. I'm gonna use it responsibly.
Except for the first 44.
I'm done.
So, anybody have any questions, comments?
Yes, I have questions.
Perfect.
I you know me. I am a kind of like a cardstock freak. Like, I love paper. I love how certain cards feel as a different to other cards. Do you know what kind of finish on the cards you're going to have? What kind of weight on the paper is it going to be? I mean,
well, I've been talking to a couple of printers. What I'm going to do is, as soon as I get the full completion of all 78 cards, both printers said that they will send me some test stock with a couple of things printed, and then I'll go through it just to make sure. But one of the initial thoughts that I've been discussing with some of my friends is having a matte finish, so that the vibrant colors come through, and they're not dulled out.
And I just want to give you this opinion.
Overuse of gloss.
Yeah, because matte has a better picture finish, and I know, especially for me as a reader, and I know those who post pictures of their cards, I find that the cards with the matte finish have the better picture, and we definitely don't want nothing messing up these images. Okay, we don't need nothing messing up these images. So if you are able to go for matte, I definitely back that. And if that meant the price of the deck went up, then guess what? I was gonna pay it anyway. So I hope that doesn't hinder you guys from doing that. I'm definitely going for the matte finish. That is non-negotiable. So that's going to be but there's different levels of matte. So they're going to send me a few different samples to see how that comes out. The people have been really friendly at both of the companies that I've been talking to. So, yeah, they're going to...
Have you guys done the card back yet? The design for the back of the card?
Not yet. But that is one of the next things that Janelis said that she is working on. So that I'm excited to see what that's going to look like.
All right. And then the other question. To gild or not to gild? Will it have
to gild. To gild or not to gild. I like that. I like that. To gild or not to gild, that's the question.
I am leaning towards having a larger card size, but I am weighing the options on pricing. I'll see what is the best offer that both companies can offer me, and I am leaning towards having a slightly larger card size, but we'll see. And what I'm also going to do is ask him to send me a print of the samples in both sizes, just to see, if there's any difference on the quality of the picture once it's printed. So that's my thing. So that hasn't been decided yet. I will make sure that it's a decent cardstock. I don't want anything flimsy and cheap that's going to bend and scuff right away. I want people to feel like they have value with this card. Very much like how the 420 Tarot has a very quality cardstock to it. To be honest with you, it looks almost brand new still, that deck, and I love it. Yeah, so I'm definitely using that as my my go-to. So I'm going to compare them and see how it feels up against that and try to get it as close to it as possible.
What's the box going to look like?
Yeah, that was going to be my last question. Are you going to do a box? Because, some people don't do a box. Have y'all decided if that was something y'all were going to do?
I am doing a box. I am not having a bag, and it will not be a fold over top box. It will be a pull up lid, like the 420 Tarot.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Because they tend to last longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, my 420 box is holding on strong.
Like having this tarot deck, so I really kind of want to do that.
Yeah.
As long as it's not going to drive.
Listen, I'm telling you, a nice box that just does that little swoosh when it goes in. It's just so sexy. Like, this is the Benabel Win one, and look at this thing. And what I love is the little.
Yeah.
That just goes so nice, like right there. Oh. Yeah. I'm going to buy this no matter what, but I'm a sucker for boxes. I'm a sucker for cardstock. I'm just a sucker.
Me too.
Because the other one that I have that I don't work as much with that has a similar box is this one, the Astro deck.
Oh, okay.
And
I want to get that deck too.
It's lovely. It is so lovely. And if you're really wanting to work with astrology, it's nice. But it has these, they're not plastic, but it's definitely, I don't know what kind of coated paper this is. But it's just, it's such a nice feel. It's matte, but with just a little bit of a sheen. And
what's that deck called again?
It's called the Astro Soul Oracle deck, and what it has is you can do readings based on the houses, based on the planets. It has the zodiac signs, and you can use it like an oracle deck and lay them all out. But like this kind, I don't know. I'm just talking out my ass right now because I'm kind of high. But yeah, so I'm just excited to see what you're going to have. I'm just excited to buy it. I'm excited to read with it and share it with people and just say, this is what it looks like when you really take care and time and you allow people to be themselves and, really put their heart out and just go. And I just don't think it could have been a nicer duo to do this. I think you guys are amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm super, super excited. Moonlight is solely the reason and responsibility of why I have at least 6 or 7 of my decks. They're all her fault, you know what I'm saying? From Strawberry Tarot was her fault. 420 Tarot, wouldn't known about that if it wasn't for Moonlight. That's her fault too, So y'all start talking about tarot decks. I'm gonna start making a list, and y'all know when you make a list, it's bad because then you gotta get it. You know what I'm saying?
I
it's on the list now. She does. She does. I was like, yeah. And I was like, well, how you feel about regifting or giving away your? Why would you do that? Why would you want to give away your decks?
You know why? Because I think people buy indiscriminately. You know, they think they want the next one. And I kind of like force myself. It's like, do you really? Because I still have my mom in the back of my head. It's like, don't ask me for anything when you go in the store, you know? So like if I'm going to really spend my money, it's something I really, really have been looking at and really want. Because you have to think about this, you know, because you have to think about consumer culture. It's like, yeah, you want to support each and every deck creator because each and every deck creator is an independent artist and they deserve it. But I ain't got that kind of money, so I got to be very discriminate with my buying choices, you know. So it's like, yeah, I'm going to buy this deck from two wonderful women who are true artists and like really doing the work. Yes, I'm going to buy from like Juliana, who is also an artist doing the work. Rather, I mean, not to say I haven't gone mass-produced decks, but that's where I'm going to spend my money. And when you spend your money in a way that's so considerate, then I think it's a lot harder for you to say, oh, yeah, take it a deck. I don't care. I don't want it. I'm like, no, they're all mine.
Yeah, you know, I think for me as a tarot card reader, and especially still kind of being new to it, when I first started, it was the ooh and ah. Oh, my God, I got to have it. Oh, my God, I got to have it. But now, as I've stepped into the tarot sauce, as I like to call it, you know, and I'm deep in this thing, now I'm more conscious about what I use, what I pick up, what am I going to spend my money on. And that just came with, you know, with time. So, like, when Moonlight told me she was making her deck, yes, automatically I was going to buy it because my sister, she's amazing. And then, you know, she said my face was in it. So I was like, well, damn, I got to buy it now, you know. But it's just the fact that just after going through the major arcana, because I'd only seen a few, so I'm like, oh, my God, I can't wait to read with this. Ooh, I can't wait till someone pulls this card because this is the energy I'm feeling right now just staring at it, you know. Those are the types of decks that get me excited. My first expensive tarot deck was $75. And I don't use it nearly as much as I use it as my 420 tarot. This deck right here, I probably won't even use it as much as I'm going to use this one once it gets in my hands. But look how much I spent on it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that she's making these decks reasonably priced.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm buying like 4 packs. You know what I'm saying? Got to buy for the masses. And I don't know, I'm just excited. I wish it was here yesterday so we could all like collectively read each other with these cards.
I would love that. I would love
we'll definitely have that. I am dedicated to that. Let's definitely, once it's produced, have like a mass like reading.
Yes.
I think that would be so cool.
That would be so dope. So dope.
That sounds like so much fun. And I love collabs. I absolutely love collabs. I try not to do my own too much because I do have my own things going on and the kids and school and all this. So when I do the collabs, I have so much fun doing that. And I know using this tarot deck, it's a done deal. Like, I know more people are going to want it. I have people in Puerto Rico that are interested in this tarot deck. So just you wait. Like, you have no idea the hype that I've put for both of you. It's like, you got to see this. My sister's working on this. My homie's working on this. Like, you have no idea the colors. It's extravagant. It's going to pull you. You are going to be floored when you touch this deck because the energy alone that just comes off of it. And all we're doing is seeing the sideshow. Like,
right.
You have no idea. I'm going to tell people in Russia about this thing. And I'm done. Like,
oh, God, some of that good Eastern European tarot reading, man, those women. I'd love to, like, do a seminar with them, like, deep, hardcore, 3, 4, 5 generations down, like, Eastern European tarot readers.
Yeah, like, get some, like, Romanian.
Like, crazy. Yeah. Well, what's interesting is this whole following week, I found out about this Spanish conference. It's a tarot conference at Chariot. It's starting tomorrow. So I am bilingual. So they were doing like some free sessions, but the whole online congress for like 7 days, €55, and I'm like, yes. So that'll be interesting because the European tradition is just like so like this is what it is, and it's a lot more metered. But and I'm kind of interested, what does that mean when we have like decks like yours, and we come up to this like old world school of thinking, and how does that translate, you know? So stuff like that makes me very excited.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I would love to hear about the seminar you're talking about.
Yeah, it's called the Congreso del Tarot, and it's by this woman, Maria. Oh my God, I can't. If I can, just send me a DM and I'll share the link. But I don't even know how I found her. She showed up, and she's just like, this is what the court cards mean, and this is what it means when you have a queen come out, and like, oh look, the world pregnant. I'm like, she was very sure of herself, and I was like, oh, okay. So then it's like all of these different readers from like Argentina and Spain and Mexico and like all over like Spanish speaking Latin America. So I'm very fascinated, but like this just gives me a whole like other level of energy to go in there and like represent us Americans, if you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's intuitive.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so I would love to show up at at something like that with your deck, and I'm all like, yeah, hello.
Oh my God.
That's like the deck that I carry with me all the time. What deck you got? City Gods is what you need to know. Ask me your question. What you got? What you got?
Oh my God, that.
Ready on the go.
All right.
Yeah.
More reading.
How are you feeling, Meiko, with all of this? I mean, this is you're birthing a baby. You both are like giving birth to a baby with this.
Oh my God. I really do see it like that. It's amazing. And every time it's like a rebirth. Every time I open my email and I see a new card, it's just like, wow, I can't believe this new thing has been born, and it's such a beautiful experience. This is a appreciation for art. It brings my appreciation for art and tarot together, and I love it. It's so beautiful. I'm so blessed to be a part and to have Janelis by my side, creating these just magical images that are they're beyond anything that I could have ever, my wildest dreams. They're like, I always thought that you're crazy for wanting to create a tarot deck. You can't draw. Well, how are you gonna make this happen? And then what's interesting is my old mentor, he recommended me the Hoodoo Tarot, and I love the deck. And it was created by Tayana Lee McQuiller and Caitlin Folsey. And they worked together on that deck together. And both of those ladies are so sweet, so kind, and they've worked on multiple projects together. And I've had the blessing of being able to become better friends with Caitlin. And she's so sweet. And has been really encouraging, and she was so happy when she found that I was doing this. And I said, it's because you two show that you can work on a project together and create this beautiful deck and, make this kind of magic happen. That it doesn't have to be just a solo project, that you can bring that, that use of having the gift of tarot and divination and having that artistic mindset and having someone also that has that power to bring that image to life on pen and paper, and those two working together in synchronicity and creating something so beautiful. And you inspired me with that, and I'm so happy to have my chance to do that. And I thank each and every one of you for being so supportive and loving me and just being so kind and so thoughtful and just supporting everything that I do. I really love you ladies a lot. And I'm so thankful for each and every one of you. And you always have my support, which I'm sure you guys knew before, but since you guys are all here, I just wanted to let you know that you have my support, and I hope that all of you ladies get a chance to work together because you all are super talented and special, and I think that even greater magic happens when people work together, especially when they have that talent, that gift, that spark. It only sparkles brighter working together. So I look forward to all of that. Actually, me and Empress Cakes, we were talking about having a girls' trip.
Oh,
yes.
Yes.
Having a girls' trip to New Orleans.
I was just going to say New Orleans.
You give me
Put a count in right there.
oh my God.
We can rent a haunted house.
Nah, we ain't renting no haunted house. We are renting a very nice, put-together house, and we can go visit the haunted house, okay?
Haunted.
Yes. Okay.
But yeah, we could definitely do that. I'd be so excited to do something like that.
Oh my God, absolutely, absolutely.
Let's put this together, ladies.
Let's put that together because y'all gonna give me the heebie-jeebies if we don't start planning. Like, and I was telling, because like when you think about it, like when I started off tarot, I knew no one. Moonlight was like my first real life tarot person and friend, and then through her, I met all of you guys, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I've never seen any of y'all in real life. I only could see y'all through my phone screen. It's so sad. So I thought that would be so cool to plan like a little girls trip. We can bring all of our divination tools, like Moonlight said, get us a nice big old fancy Airbnb, you know what I'm saying? I'm all about efficiency and making it cheap because, you know, I ain't rich either.
Quarantine, you need something.
Yes.
Like that.
I think about a year is a good plan to
Yeah.
to plan
I
it.
agree.
I think in a year everybody will be vaccinated. Hopefully numbers will be down, you know, because that shit is still real, you know.
Yes.
And then we can like plan. But I think, you know, Mardi Gras in New Orleans a year from now.
Well, we're gonna avoid Mardi Gras. We're gonna avoid Mardi Gras because we don't want to pay those fees. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna be trying to be down there again. You know.
That's true. That's true.
And
we'll go the week after Mardi Gras.
But, you know,
the week after Mardi Gras. That sounds good. Tarot blessings.
Hey, y'all.
She said she's ready to order.
I am. I watched the presentation, but I was dealing with a bunch of family stuff. But I love the deck. I can't wait for it. It's nice. I'll be very proud to use that deck. I didn't get a chance to be on early to hear my card, but I had the pleasure of seeing it already, so I was really, you know, thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm so proud to have you part of this deck.
I love the detail in your card that shows the picture behind you. Love that detail. I was like, wait, am I seeing that correctly? What? Oh, look at the details added to that. And the iPad and all, girl.
Everything. Like, she was so on point. Like, even like when I looked, I said, "Oh, she even got my lip pierced right there. I got my lip. You can see my little thing shining on my." All the way down to like my THC series, she's got the Heal, Help, Hope card written down on the card. Like, if you look close enough, you can see. I was just like, just the small details is just amazing. Like, and then to see all the other major arcanas have just got me super excited. Like, that Judgment card, I don't understand. That one hit different for me. The first thing I thought was, fucking, you don't like my music, goddamn. You either gonna dance or you not gonna dance. I don't give a shit. I'm still gonna do this shit. I can't wait to read with this deck, man. I'm telling you, y'all know I'm already off the wire crazy sometimes when I get into that sauce. So I'm like, come on, sauce. I want some. Give me some tarot sauce.
Love it.
Sauce up some cards.
You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Anyway, ladies, what time is it? I gotta get going. I just gotta say thank you again, Meiko, for introducing me to this wonderful group of women. Thank you for like watching the craft with me that first night. You know, it's like after that I'm like, I know this girl is my friend. I just gotta say to all the other beautiful women readers and artists here, I think I'm following all of you on Instagram. I'm so excited to be working in such a wonderful group of people, and to just I'm just ready for you to send me all the images so I can plaster them all over the place and start promoting this for you. I really, really am. You know, I'm very excited. Thank you, ladies. You're amazing.
Thank you. Good night, ladies. Thank you so much for coming.
Was a pleasure meeting you.
Thanks, everyone. I'm happy everybody likes it.
Very, very wonderful, Moonlight.